Wait, so why don't you have a last name?
I do not really do that in the Undercity.
Well, I guess if you need one, you can always take mine.
You think you are the first person to use that line?
Actually, now that you mention.
Not even remotely original.
No, you're right.
Very cheesy.
Yeah.
Pickup lines in general are bad, but...
I get it. But really, when we get this tech out, you're gonna need more than just Viktor on the patent.
Just put your name, then it's easier.
I'm not just putting my name. We're partners. It should have both of our names on it.
Then put your name and then my name.
But my point is that people are gonna get confused when it's just saying Viktor.
Jace, I do not think there is any other Viktor that works with a Jace Talus, so I believe we will be safe on that front.
Oh, yeah, fair point.
Okay, is this conversation over? Because I was in the middle of something.
Oh, you were in the middle of something?
I was focused.
Okay. But just to be clear.
What?
Well, next time we're at a conference or a competition or something, I'm putting Jace Talus and Viktor.
I do not understand why this is so complicated.
No, it's fine. But
I can't hear you. I am reading my notes.
I just think it would make more sense to put your name first and then mine, so it's kind of like a short to long thing.
Jace, I do not care the order of our names. And I, please, go back to work.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Jace.
Yep.
Why did everyone at that conference think that we were married?
Probably because our contributions were submitted under Viktor and Jace Talus, which kind of sounds like Viktor and Jace Talus.
It's still a bad pickup line.
I don't care.
So when was the wedding? I don't remember receiving an invitation.
Excuse me?
You and Jace are all anyone is talking about. I assume this was fairly recent, since I hadn't heard the two of you were seeing each other. Honestly, most of us assumed Jace was still on the market.
Actually, we're not. We're not the sort of people to publicize that sort of thing.
I see.
Which is why we went for a small wedding.
Of course.
It was fairly recent.
That would explain why neither of you are wearing rings?
Well, in the Undercity, we don't believe in using jewelry as a form of signifying that you are in a relationship.
Huh, I wasn't aware of that.
It's part of our culture.
No, I get it. Why should you need a piece of metal to show you're in a committed relationship when you can easily just tell people that information?
Right.
Anyway, congratulations.
I just had the weirdest conversation with Mel. I need you to wear this. This is a ring. As always, Jace, you are an astute observer. You're giving me a ring? If you don't want it. No, I didn't say that. Viktor Talus. What is that? Nothing. Jace.
Yeah?
I just want to remind you that because of the stunts you pulled, half of Piltover still believes that we are married. Not a stunt, just put both of our names under our contributions, but yeah, I know. Right, and we are currently alone in a restaurant that neither of us could afford without sponsorship money. We're pointing out the obvious now? Look, we're allowed to splurge every so often, especially after a breakthrough. I understand that. I just do not think that you understand what this looks like. It looks like a date. I stand corrected. Does that bother you? I actually assumed it would bother you. Why? Well, I didn't exactly believe you would be continuing the charade this long. It's not a charade. People are gonna assume what they're gonna assume. If they want to think that we're, who cares? Right. I thought you thought it was funny. I did the name thing. You told me to wear a ring. I thought this was just a cute thing that we were doing. Yes, well, I find being gawked at as Piltover elite to try to understand how I could have possibly conned Jace Talus into taking an interest in me less cute. I don't understand. Do you don't notice that we're being watched? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's mostly because we're both sort of underdressed. Plus, if anything, people should be confused how I pulled you, not the other way around. You're foolish. Hey. I'm going to leave. This wasn't a good idea. We could celebrate another time. We can just go somewhere else. It's not like we ordered or anything. I think I'd prefer to be alone right now. But, okay. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Of course, Jace. Good you're here. I think I figured out what was eluding us yesterday. Here, take a look at... What's wrong? What? Nothing. Let me see. You're upset. I don't know what you're talking about. Is this about the last night? I do not want to talk about last night. Now, can you show me? You're angry I left the restaurant. No. That's not the right word. I'm not angry with you. But you admit that you are upset about last night. Yes. I can't read your mind. Really? Because you're doing a pretty damn good job of it. Jace. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was making you uncomfortable. I don't know. I guess I've just been reading everything wrong, and for some stupid reason, I thought that if I dragged you out on what clearly could have been a date, that would make you want to give me a shot. What? It's stupid. I should have just asked instead of lying about wanting to celebrate a breakthrough or putting your name first in our contributions. People would just assume that we were together. Jace. I'm just such an idiot, and I didn't even think about how it might be affecting you. Jace. Yeah? What do you mean, give you a shot? This is humiliating. Look, can we just pretend this whole thing didn't happen? I thought it was a joke. What? Letting people think that we're married, you said it was funny. I assumed that meant it was a joke to you. Part of it was not because the idea of being with you was a joke to me. It's not. I see. I suppose I misunderstood. You really think I'm that much of an asshole? No, it was more I thought that you were accidentally being an asshole. Oh, so you just think I'm an idiot. I assumed you were unaware of my feelings and simply did not understand that the joke was in poor taste. You're what? Jace, if you still want to drag me out to a fancy restaurant, I do not think I care anymore if people stare at us. Or what order you put our names in for the reservation. Why don't you pick me up at 8? Yes, that... Okay. Now I'd like to get your input on this. Right. So I was having a rough week. We're getting into the holiday season. It's a stressful time of year. But then I remembered that I am a Jace Kinney, and my partner looks like this in Viktor cosplay. The world can knock me down, but I'm still winning. Like, this post is just me bragging. Honey, tell me if I need to take this down.